All right. Welcome in, everyone. Today we're taking a deep dive into something super interesting, and this one is personalized just for you, so listen closely.
Ooh, getting personal right off the bat. Love it.
Exactly. So get this. It's all about life path number 5.
Oh, life path number 5. That's a good one. Let's unpack there.
Yeah, I'm excited to dig in. Now, full disclosure, we're diving into the world of numerology for this. So if you're into, like, the mystical side of numbers and what they can reveal about you.
Buckle up.
Yeah, but honestly, even if you think all that's kind of, a little out there,
Which, hey, fair enough.
I still think you'll find this fascinating because at the end of the day, it's all about self-discovery, right?
Yeah.
Seeing if any of this resonates with you.
Absolutely. Self-reflection is never a bad thing.
Okay, so life path number 5. This is calculated using your birth date, and it's supposed to show some pretty core stuff about who you are, your personality, and even what you're capable of achieving.
Big claims.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so intriguing.
Right. And just from glancing at the info we've got here, life path 5 is all about things like freedom, adventure,
Mm.
always wanting new experiences.
Hmm.
Sound familiar to anyone?
Sounds like a lot of people I know, actually. But that's the thing about numerology, right? It can feel very universal at times.
Totally. And okay, here's something that jumped out at me. The source describes fives as being natural storytellers
Ah, yes. The storytellers.
and like incredible networkers. And that really hit me because think about it. Those are some seriously valuable skills to have.
100%. And those aren't just like fun personality quirks. Those can be major strengths, especially when it comes to success in a lot of different areas of life. Think about entrepreneurs, for example.
Oh, total.
Being a natural storyteller and having that ability to connect with people easily. I mean, that's huge when you're building a business or just trying to get your ideas out there.
Yeah, you got to get people on board with your vision.
Exactly. And, this reminds me that the source also mentions some really famous life path fives.
Oh, yeah, let's hear them. Who are we talking about?
Well, there's Abraham Lincoln, Albert Einstein, even Angelina Jolie and Richard Branson. It's a pretty diverse group.
Wow, that I has a wide range.
Yeah.
But I guess if we're talking about people who weren't afraid to break the mold, push boundaries.
Makes sense, right? They all kind of did their own thing, made a huge impact in their own way.
Okay, so we've talked about the good stuff, but what about the so-called downsides?
The shadow side, as some numerologists like to call it.
Exactly. The source mentions impulsiveness as a potential challenge for fives and sometimes struggling with commitment. But honestly, who hasn't felt those things at some point in their life, right?
Oh, for sure. Those are like universal human struggles.
Exactly. It's just about how those tendencies might play out a little differently for a 5.
Right. It's about understanding those tendencies and learning to kind of work with them.
So it's not like, oh no, I'm a 5, I'm doomed to be impulsive forever.
No, not at all. It's more about, okay, how can I channel this energy in a positive way? How do I balance my need for freedom with, a little bit of responsibility?
Right. It's all about balance. And speaking of balance, the source actually gives some pretty helpful advice for 5s in this area. Stuff like practicing mindfulness, setting clear goals,
Ah, yes, the practical tips.
and learning how to prioritize, which honestly, those are good for anyone, regardless of what your life path number is.
Totally agree. Self-awareness and actually taking steps to grow. I mean, those are valuable skills for everyone.
Absolutely. Now, okay, this part I thought was super interesting. The source lists a whole bunch of different careers that are supposedly well suited for life path 5s.
Ooh, let's hear it. What kind of careers are we talking?
Well, get this. It's everything from entrepreneurship and things like tech to more creative stuff like writing, performing arts.
Wow, that's a wide range. Everything. ND the kitchen sink, huh?
It really is.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense, right? Because if 5s are all about adaptability, embracing change, being okay with stepping outside their comfort zone.
I mean, yeah, they could probably thrive in a lot of different environments.
Exactly. Which makes me wonder, for anyone listening,
Hmm.
have you ever felt that pull toward a career path that's maybe a little less traditional, a little outside the box? Food for thought?
Definitely something to think about.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into your life path number 5, I'm left thinking about this. If change is kind of the constant for a 5, how can you use that to your advantage? How can you channel that energy into navigating a challenge you're facing right now? Or maybe making an exciting decision?
Great question. Life is full of choices, and sometimes it's hard to know which way to go. But for our Life Path 5 friends out there, maybe the key is to embrace that adventure spirit. Trust that gut feeling. And remember, you've got the power to create a life that is uniquely yours, a life that is fulfilling and exciting.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. And if you found this even a little bit intriguing, I encourage you to keep exploring the world of numerology. It's just one lens for understanding ourselves, one path to self-discovery, and hey, who knows what you might discover along the way.
The journey is half the fun.
That's the truth. Thanks again for listening.
See you, the cheerio.